For years, the world laughed at Katt Williams. They called him bitter, they called him jealous, and they claimed he was just another fading star desperate for a headline. But as we move through 2026, the laughter has stopped, replaced by a deafening silence from the very people he warned us about. Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, Oprah Winfrey, the names Katt dropped on that now legendary Club Shay Shay interview weren't just random targets. They were specific pins on a map of a much darker landscape. Back in early 2024, social media turned his warnings into viral memes. Today, those memes have aged like a slow-motion car crash. The conversation has shifted from "is Katt crazy?" to a much more terrifying question. How did he know exactly where the bodies were buried? The turning point came in late 2025 when the Epstein Files Transparency Act was signed into law, forcing the Department of Justice to stop gatekeeping the federal investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. What followed was a document dump so massive it shifted the tectonic plates of the entertainment industry. Millions of pages of government files, previously redacted or hidden in basement archives, are now public record. These aren't just rumors or he said, she said gossip. These are FBI intake forms, intercepted emails, and sworn testimonies that finally put names to the industry boogeymen Katt Williams alluded to. Perhaps the most staggering revelation involves a man many thought was legally invincible, Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. While the world saw a billionaire mogul and cultural icon, the unsealed 2019 FBI crisis intake forms tell a different story. An anonymous survivor detailed a harrowing account from 1996, alleging she was taken to a room where she found Jay-Z alongside the now convicted Harvey Weinstein. The allegations suggest that while Weinstein committed his crimes, the music mogul was not just a bystander, but a present force. This mirrors Katt's own haunting description of the shuttle buses at high-level industry parties, where powerful men would disappear into private rooms and emerge hours later, disheveled and looking oily. Katt wasn't telling jokes, he was describing a protocol of silence and participation that has allegedly existed for decades. The rabbit hole doesn't stop at music moguls. The files have dragged corporate titans like Richard Branson into the light. Emails from 2013, 5 years after certain high-profile convictions were already public knowledge, show Branson allegedly offering PR strategy to the very people Katt labeled as predators. In one exchange, Branson reportedly advised using the name of Bill Gates as a mentor to sanitize a ruined reputation, suggesting that a legal slip-up with a minor could be spun as a learned lesson. These documents reveal a terrifying reality. The world's elite weren't just friends with these monsters, they were actively engineering their social survival, even asking for Russian guests to be brought along to private island retreats. The network's reach extended into the highest echelons of global power, specifically targeting the British royal family. Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, appears in the files not as a victim, but as what investigators are calling a material witness to the misconduct. Emails suggest she acted as a high-level gatekeeper, allegedly facilitating meetings between powerful predators and even her own family members. Financial links found in the dump show years of support from Epstein, leading many to believe that the Duchess was essentially a paid operative within the network. This confirms Katt's assertion that everyone is a supplier, that the system isn't just one or two bad actors, but a supply chain of human influence and dark favors. As horrifying as the financial and social cover-ups are, they pale in comparison to the survivor testimonies now emerging from the 2026 releases. Some accounts describe a nightmare scenario deep in the remote forests of Africa. Witnesses have come forward alleging that A-list celebrities, the very ones Katt claimed were selected for their positions, participated in ritualized human hunts. These testimonies describe vulnerable individuals being released into the wilderness only to be pursued by packs of dogs and helicopters. While Nigerian authorities reportedly attempted to build cases against these high-level figures years ago, the files suggest that Washington embassy contacts stepped in to shut the investigations down, forcing local officers into early retirement. It's a level of depravity that sounds like a horror movie, yet it's appearing in the same government files that Katt Williams' warrant would eventually shake the world. Katt's most controversial claim was that certain superstars are industry plants, selected not for their talent, but for their willingness to hold these secrets. He specifically pointed to the meteoric rise of figures like Kevin Hart. According to other industry insiders like Orlando Brown, Katt's insight comes from seeing the inner workings of the Malibu elite. The theory is simple. The people who get the biggest rewards are the ones who agree to the most freakish terms. If you don't play along, you are sidelined, framed, or pushed to the brink of bankruptcy. But if you keep the secret of the shuttle bus, the system makes you a god. Katt Williams once said that secret societies exist because powerful people want to get away with some freak stuff while controlling the world. As we look at the fallout of 2026, it seems the freak stuff has finally been exposed to the light of day. The question is no longer whether these things happened, but whether the legal system is robust enough to prosecute a billionaire or a royal. Katt isn't hiding, and he isn't scared. He told us to watch the cameras, and now the cameras are finally pointed in the right direction. If 2024 was the year of the warning, 2026 is the year of the reckoning.